Hey, how's everyone doing today? Oh,
Good.
got muted. How y'all doing?
Hiccup at
Welcome to.
culture.
What was that about culture?
What's up?
I like the golden
No, I was just saying.
colors in your thingy. It looks good.
Oh, yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty.
Hell yeah! Welcome to the Gaming Lounge's weekly talk show. I know I promised everyone a video of games to come coming up in February, but I've learned a lot from making this video, and it's almost done. I'm working on the audio. It's the last part, and I'm a minute 30 into a 3.5, 4 minute video. So
I have a good guess at the first thing he learned. Don't plan something like that out. Don't plan something like that merely a week before the beginning of the month.
Well, no. I had it like I was finding the resources and I was doing. I just underestimated. I didn't.
You did what I did with my Splatterhouse video. You
I
underestimated.
did not
the amount
properly
of
calculate my workflow. I learned. I'm going to save myself a lot of work next time because I had to,
Yeah, I honestly, Kai, I kind of had an idea what happened because I had the same thing happen to me with my Splatterhouse retrospectives. I was like, I was thinking when I decided to do those, it's like, I'm going to do this, one a week, the entire month of October, do 5 videos. So,
yeah, I hear you.
I know that feeling. I was.
Well, with this video, so I have on the left side of the screen, I have like a scroll of all the games coming out. And I did each game is its own little box, and then I had to animate each little box moving. Next time I'm gonna line it up by date, so it's like a whole date is gonna be like several games, and it'll be just one image that I scroll across like that instead of doing it 5 times.
Why didn't you
like that?
If you're gonna do something like a list scroll, why don't you try setting it up? I'm not sure what you use. I use Sony Vegas. But I know in Sony, I don't, in the video editors, you can set something up to do like a credit scroll, and you don't have to animate the scroll itself. It'll just scroll automatically. You just, set the duration and maybe the little tidbits of how you want it to appear and whatnot. That might work for another one you do, but
all right.
I don't know. You may have a different idea in your head, so it's a little late suggesting that, but it's like okay. Maybe
good. Either way, that's what's it called. I'm gonna say hi to we've got some people in the chat. We got McAnee, Runner, and Culture. You guys are already in here. But, hello to everyone watching. We've got Culture Casino, Runner, and Runner is not a chew toy joining us here today. We've got a few things to talk about. First, let us pay our respects to Robert Altman, founder of ZeniMax Media, the company that recently bought Bethesda. I don't know if that would have been. Did they own other game studios before Bethesda? I don't know their history, but rest in peace. Well liked chief executive. That's a bummer if he was well liked. That means he's a good guy. Oh wait, where's the article? I didn't share it.
that would help.
It would. There we go.
This is actually the first one I actually made it in time to. I got out of work 2 hours early, so.
Oh, nice.
Well, no, because
That's
it's
awesome.
not going to happen again anytime soon. I know that.
Is 1 hour early?
Well, considering with what I do for work, and what I do for work, Thursdays are generally our busiest days.
Mob muscle.
Historically, it's the day before the weekend. So it's everything's pretty much built up and ordered, and you know what I mean, all of that stuff. So it's that's usually our busiest day, and Friday's a close second. But we also got pounded with snow the past couple of days. Well, actually, we got pounded with snow all of Tuesday. Wednesday, it was sort of melting, and then it sort of came back. So that kind of screwed everything up. So today was huh.
Well, it's good to have you here on time. But yeah, so rest in peace, Robert. Altman.
You're missing a significant, important thing there.
What is it? I'm looking.
He was married to Linda Carter.
Married to who?
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman.
Like from. Like
I was
from
gonna
HBO
say, yeah, I
Marvel
was
movie?
literally going to say that. Linda Carter is right there, dude.
Where? I don't
The
see
picture
it.
at the top of the
No,
article.
go up to the picture. No, the picture at the top, at the very right. That's Linda Carter.
Her?
That's Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. Yes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, classic Wonder Woman, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
You didn't. Yeah.
Bethesda. Wait, where is it? Executive Cinemax. Linda Carter.
Yep.
Wait,
that's
you were
her.
married? Holy crap!
Yeah. How old is Linda Carter
I didn't
now?
know
Anyway?
this.
Poor Linda Carter. Oh,
Was she like? Linda Carter's got to be what, in her 70s, doesn't she? Maybe 80. I don't know how. Maybe I'm overestimating.
oops. She married in 1984.
I don't know. She still looks good though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Go with
Altman
that.
founded ZeniMax Media. As a successor to Bethesda's then parent company, with investment from Altman backing several. Bethesda acquired the Fallout franchise from original publisher Interplay. Wait, now we're talking about Bethesda. Whatever.
Well,
All
I mean,
right, I'm done with this story.
I say ZeniMax did buy Bethesda, so it's kind of expected. It's like, okay, the
Yeah.
founder of ZeniMax passes away. Oh, and let's talk about Bethesda while we're at it.
No, I don't want to talk about Bethesda. You know, I'd rather like the guy died. Rest
Yeah.
in peace. Condolences to Linda Carter,
Yeah.
etc. But if we're gonna talk about Bethesda, let's move along. It's not the point of this story. And Punk Trace, what up? I just finished playing Mortal Kombat 8 with my friends. Rock and roll. How'd you like it?
8?
He
8?
said 8. Mortal Kombat 8, MK8.
Armageddon, I think.
Okay, I was gonna say that it must be Armageddon then.
I say because
I
9
haven't
was.
played that yet.
I say Mortal Kombat 9 was the 2011 reboot.
Yeah, that's the reboot.
MK8 is freaking awesome. You know, guys, I know that we don't often talk about upcoming games and studios that are doing the wrong thing, but Atlantean pointed out a story to me this week. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it. Something where a video game studio went full Bethesda, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have that story?
I don't have the story pulled up, but you can type it into Google and pull it up.
Oh,
so
he-
read it.
Yeah, where's that Mass Effect story, by the way? I don't
Punk
know.
Trace
It's-
mentioned
Oh, Mario
it.
Kart 8.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8. Okay, when you say MK, that no one
That's Mortal Kombat.
that's the
Like,
abbreviation of Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Speaking of MK8, I plan to whoop people's booties on Friday night over on Ords' channel. So
I need to pick up that game and join in with you guys.
it's a lot of fun.
I hate Mario Kart with a passion, but you know what? If
I need to get my range thingy here working
range thingy.
because I'm too far from the Wi-Fi, so I can't connect to Wi-Fi. So
they call that a router,
I got an extender, and I want to turn it into a hotspot over here
Okay.
wait,
So-
why are you too far away from your Wi-Fi?
because the
I'm
Wi-Fi's
too
on the
far
other
away
side of
from the Wi-Fi as well.
the house. Yeah.
Culture, you were saying? I'm sorry.
Hey, cut it out. Cut it out.
Oh no! All I was going to say is set it up as an access point connected to the other Wi-Fi to extend the range. It's not that hard. It takes like 5 minutes. Why haven't you done it?
Because I've been doing other stuff.
Like
It's not a priority.
Taking
It would
extra long.
produce a new element into. It's just haven't done it yet.
You know, I just cut the Wi-Fi thing out of the equation, and I bought a 50-foot Ethernet cable, and I hooked it right out. I just connected it right through the friggin', 50 feet, whatever. It's taken up the entire floor length, but you know what? I do not have a problem anymore.
Yeah, but like I got you. I know. I just haven't done it. It hasn't bothered me until I'm like, okay, I want to play like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
It doesn't. It,
I want to play
yeah,
online, so I
Nin-
bought a thing. I haven't set it up yet.
yeah, Nintendo's online services are pretty finicky
Right.
if you're running on Wi-Fi.
How's it going, McAnee?
I'm doing good. How's everybody today?
We're well. Let's shake it, bacon. What's up with Mass Effect?
So as everybody know, they've dropped a trailer for the Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered. It is officially a go. It's going to be scheduled for May 17th, 2021. The Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered will contain all 3 Mass Effect games, including all 40 DLCs to go with it. So you get the whole complete package. And it's a lot of things that are main things that a lot of people are looking forward to. I myself is kind of included as well. Oh, since I've never experienced Mass Effect before, although the games are available on Steam.
And they're on Origin too. I think
they're also on Origin. Yeah,
legendary editions on there.
Mm-hmm.
Origin, I like Origin, but hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all carry on.
I haven't played any of those games yet, but
Runner, if you want, you can pull up the article that you want to talk about with the writer and stuff.
Oh, the Gotham Knights thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll pull up the article with Mass Effect Andromeda. It's
How you doing, Biggles?
Andromeda?
Not Andromeda. I mean Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered. There's a little tidbit that's going on right now that's kind of leaving me disinterested in.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Playing. I'll be honest.
I say because I read
All right,
something.
we'll pull up the article then. Someone else pull it up. You guys don't understand
I
what
just
I mean.
sent it in
When I say pull up the article,
private
stop
chat.
sending me links.
Are we gonna do?
I need someone else to pull it up so I can go AFK like I
No,
said.
but
in the
like I
private
might.
chat.
I got it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right.
Dang. It's like pulling teeth.
All right, man.
Well, we're kind of having a communications breakdown because everybody's talking
There
over
you
each
go.
other.
Okay.
Case in point.
No,
So
it's text. You can read the text.
I will absolutely read it for you.
All right, rock and roll, brother. Rock and roll.
All right, so this is coming from Curtis Muter over at GameRant.com. Star Wars Squadron's writer working on Gotham Knights game. Mitch Dreyer, a writer who worked on 2 Star Wars games for Electronic Arts, joins the Warner Brothers Montreal team to work on Gotham Knights. Mitch Dreyer, one of the writers who worked on Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Squadrons for Electronic Arts, confirmed in a recent tweet that he is now working on a highly anticipated Batman game, Gotham Knights. This will be his first game working with Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. Gotham Knights was announced last year and aims to differentiate itself from the mega popular Arkham series of games by allowing players to get control of Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood. Further, as main events of the game will take place after Bruce Wayne's death, Batman himself will not be a playable character. In his tweet, Dreyer sings the praises of the Montreal-based team working on DC properties, says they're making something really special, at the very least. Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment seems to be avoiding many of the pitfalls that Marvel's Avengers fell into. Among other things, Gotham Knights will not require internet for solo play. And you can see Gotham Knights tweet right here. Dreyer lists his specialties on LinkedIn as character development and dialogue, so his role in Gotham Knights will likely involve punching up lines and improving scenes with already set plot. This would make sense. It's already been revealed to the public about who among Batman's list of friends and enemies will appear in Gotham Knights. The story and each character's involvement are usually worked out early in the game's development, and Dreyer's skill set seems to be perfect for tying up loose ends and fixing outstanding problems that might arise when the final elements come together. While fans have been concerned about how the gameplay might function in the upcoming release based on what's been shared so far, Gotham's new visuals and overall style have been met with a much kinder reception. Time will tell whether the story Gotham Knights lives up to the game's aesthetics, but considering where it begins with Bruce Wayne's death, it is certain that Warner Brothers was not afraid to take a few chances. The other certainty regarding Gotham Knights is another serious take on the Cape Crusaders universe. Fans should probably expect very little in the way of Mr. Freeze's ice puns at the end of his tweet. Schreier says he cannot wait for everyone to learn more about the game when the time comes. In the meantime, there has been and will likely continue to be much speculation on when Gotham Knights' final release date will be officially announced. And Batman Gotham Knights will be available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X this year. All right, here we go.
Cool. Are y'all looking forward to that?
So
not as much as I was.
Not as
before.
much. Yeah, I admit I'm kind of with Runner on this one. Not as much, mainly because Mitch Dreyer has a bad habit of just
no. He'll ruin Red Hood, and that's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, he just has a bad habit of just kind of has his Twitter antics are, especially considering what was going on with what was going on in Star Wars with
no, and plus. Yeah,
sorry,
and for someone, I was gonna say, for someone just real quick who's played the Battlefront 2 campaign, which like most other people, I would agree that it's not that good.
Yeah,
it's boring, and I didn't play Squadrons yet, but I heard the campaign for that was also pretty bad. So this when I heard this announcement, it did not make me happy.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Driver is also a former reviewer on IGN, so he's also had some pretty rough reviews during his heyday too. From what I've heard, that like the story for Battlefront 2 and Squadrons are mainly just forgettable, like just really nothing to write home about. So
they are.
So I think that it's interesting. We'll see how much he affects Batman lore and such, especially regarding the specific playable characters here. It does raise some concerns for me, but I'm going to keep a close eye on it because we're still looking, because fans of the Arkham games are still looking forward to it. I'm sold on this. I think this is going to have. I still think Gotham Knights might have a much more promising outcome versus Marvel's Avengers. I think this can potentially be the better game, and might have a better lifespan. But we'll see.
Probably.
We'll see.
Yeah. Can't say anything yet about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. No, but this held a red flag to me, and damn it, I was really excited for this game. I really was. I thought the trailer, the gameplay released, I thought it looked dope.
Right.
But I don't have as much hope now. But we'll need to see more from this, and I'll make my final judgments. But other than that,
I'm certain we will definitely get more news.
Big concern.
Right. I'm certain we'll definitely get more news, gameplay footage in the coming months. I'm still guessing it's going to be probably like a fall. Yeah. This fall, if not in October, November.
When is this coming out exactly?
It just says it's this year. There's no confirmation on which month, but it is this year. So I'm guessing it's going to be in the fall.
I thought they did. It would make sense if they released it in the fall. Yeah. So maybe they'll release it. They will release some more stuff maybe this summer or something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, there you go. That's
Well, sorry to hear about your hopes being shattered, guys.
Just it raised some concerns.
It's typical.
Now, I do have one article considering Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This may be, you know what? I'll bring it up anyway because I feel like this does need to be addressed, and I feel like this is maybe a small change might be a small change still still highlights just
Make it bigger and zoom in.
sure.
Because you're doing everything the opposite of how it should be.
Okay, how's this? Much better? What?
Oh, zoom. Okay.
Oh, zoom.
Yeah, make the text bigger, right?
Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so this is come from Ryan Pearson over at Niche Gamer. Yellow Flash has covered this. A few other outlets have covered this as well since yesterday. Mass Effect Legendary Edition to alter camera angles, not to focus on Miranda's butt, and also the female Shepard upskirt. BioWare developers have revealed that while models for major female characters will only be improved in Mass Effect Legendary Editions, some camera angles will be changed to not focus on fan service or sexual scenes such as Miranda's butt. Speaking to the Metro in an interview, BioWare developers discussed the improvements on coming to the game. As previously reported, it contains the original trilogy with improved frame rates, new textures and models, and other visual improvements. All 3 games will include all single-player content, downloadable content, bar one piece of DLC. Project director Mark Walters discussed how the first Mass Effect had the rough edges taken off and tried to make it look closer to a sequel. This also included improving the camera movement and aiming, which came with later entries. Environment director Kevin Meek also discussed how improving animations was difficult. In short, the look at system that directs where a character looks at in the cutscenes is what causes some of the more bizarre issues, such as being cross-eyed or the infamous Shepard head spin. The latter was achieved via modding the game for a different camera angle, and as such has been left in the Legendary Edition. As soon as we realized you couldn't see it actually happening in the game, but we made a point of leaving that for people, Meek states. So if you still want to be able to go and capture that 4K HDR and get a new meme out of it, that'd be good. However, issues with animations also led to discussions about female Shepard. Along with improving your animations to be on par with male Shepard, there were some animation of the camera angles that were better suited for the male counterpart. Meek mentions of the one instance where seeing female Shepard's underwear thanks to a skirt, and the camera angle was adjusted by moving the camera. Then, specifically around animations, we couldn't really change a lot about those, but there were times where you could change the camera, not to focus on one of those animations. So, male Shepard animation would have him sitting with his legs quite wide open with a low camera angle where you're wearing a skirt. It would be a bit unflattering, so we can't necessarily change the animation, but you could raise the camera up slightly to reduce the problem. The Metro then asked if BioWare changed any of the portrayals of the game's characters. The prior sentence in the article seems that Metro is focused on female characters, although we can't be sure how the question was asked. Walter's answer stated that times have changed. While it was not a major focus of BioWare, Walter states that some camera angles would be changed. The models would not be altered. This includes some scenes focused on Miranda's buttocks. Something that outlets criticize as pandering to the game's male player base. I do think a lot of things have evolved since the original games, but I don't know if I would say we were ultra concerned about it or anything like that, but there were considerations. Kevin actually called out some camera cuts that were just, why was it focused on Miranda's butt? So in some cases we said, okay, we can make a change there, but ultimately to change an entire character model or something like that wasn't really... It was a decision that was made as part of many creative decisions and just showing it at the best possible fidelity that we could get along forward was a choice for all of the art they had. In the case of the character Mary Lawson, there's a reason the character designs with a large amount of sex appeal. Miranda has been genetically engineered by her father to be perfect, with an exceptional focus on physical capabilities and beauty. BioWare marketer David Silverman explained how in an interview with VG247 in 2011 that the character's sex appeal often shown through the camera angles are focused on her buttocks clad in a skin-tight suit were also part of the character. The fact is, some characters are defined by their attractiveness, such as a woman who's genetically engineered to be perfect, Silverman explained. Camera's angles help tell the story and portray key aspects of the character. In Miranda's case, her curves of sexuality, which we had some shots for Jacob. Another example would be the Asari species, aliens that appear feminine but technologically have no gender. In short, they can breed with any species or gender produce children of their own species. They are noted as typically quite attractive to several species. Sorry, pole dancers are often seen in the Afterlife Club in Mass Effect 2, along with pole dancers in Korra's Den. While the species may seem purely designed for sex appeal, the species were one of the first races to achieve interstellar travel, aside from the Protheans, and discovered the Citadel. They founded the Citadel Council. Thanks to the Citadel, being near several mass relays became a major player in the development of the Citadel space, in addition to their long... Wow, this is long. Okay. Okay, I should have read this over. My apologies.
Saw comments and shit like that. All right.
My apologies, everyone. Let me put it this way. We'll just jump straight to the end. Whether you ever discuss doing the remaster, you think put Opposite on the table to start with, right? But you need to keep with what I think is with the heart of what the franchise, what people remember it to be, which is the choices you made, the characters you meet, and the encounters you had with them. And sort of draw a line in the sand and say, no, this is what people loved, and that is what they remember. And sure, you know the controversy around the ending, and we understand. I certainly understand how it didn't hit with some people, but I don't think you suddenly just go in and try to change anything in that regards. And this is not the first time we've seen changes coming to how female video game character with sex appeal has been presented in Final Fantasy VII Remake, of course, and then ethics department, and that's about it. So, but for now, Mass Effect Legendary Edition launches spring 2021. Some dates are saying May 17th for Windows, PS4, and then Xbox One. So there you go. Sorry for the long-winded comment, guys. My bad. I can read.
It's all good. You got through it quick?
Yeah, I got through it quick. So the reason I wanted to bring this up because I was actually interested in playing a remaster just because I never played Mass Effect before, but I've watched a good portion of the cutscenes, a good portion of the games and such, and I think it's really fun to really dive into that world. Mm-hmm. In some ways, Mass Effect can be seen as a pseudo. Mass Effect can be seen as a pseudo Star Wars for, the third. I would say the seventh, the sixth generation consoles in a way. My problem is not with the change. My problem with this is just the intention. The issue I have is this whole mindset of the male gaze, the whole pandering to male gamers when a lot of your audience is male. And I feel like it wasn't out of legitimate reasons. And I've spoken about this before in many cases in pop culture and entertainment as well. This, I will say that it raises a warning flag, but I'll still have some interest in it. And I'm going in knowing that, it's Mass Effect 3 has a horrible ending. People despite what, they say in the article, from what I've heard, a lot of people did not like Mass Effect 3 ending. A lot of people didn't, because it felt like their choices didn't matter in the end.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the one ending was one of two.
Yeah, it's like you had to pick a color. I think from what I remember is you had to pick a certain color and such. And then from what I remember is that BioWare had to kind of rectify the ending with the coming Citadel DLC, which is a really huge kind of like a fan service kind of DLC, just kind of make up for it. So, but yeah, it's raises a warning flag, but I'm gonna still keep an eye out. I know Dimogenai is really excited about it because he's a big Mass Effect fan. I know Lethal Lightning is still looking forward to it as well. So, and I'm really interested. I'm really interested to definitely try my hand, just see what this world is about. And we're gonna get rid of, and we're gonna forbid.
I'm gonna stop you for a minute, Makini, and I'm gonna say hi to some new people in the chat. Roof Korean says, "Hail the Gaming Lounge. I'm listening on my drive home. And while listening on your drive home, you are apparently Also, typing in the chat, Mass Effect 3 equals Last Jedi.
Yes.
Listen, you don't need to your drive. Drive safe, man. Also, Krista, hello. Good to see you. I love little emoji. And Christina. Christina asks, did you hear about Nintendo finally upgrading their almost 20-year-old online service to a new one? I know nothing about that. Have you guys heard?
I have not, but I will. I have the article, and I'll happily pull it up for you if you want me to.
Yeah, pull it up.
Sure.
Well, or link it. I can pull it up because I'm back now, so I'm not AFK.
Okay.
So my thoughts on this. My thoughts on this are as follows: there is no reason, no logical reason to change the game in any way, especially if you other than to upgrade the graphical qualities, and to bring it into the modern age as far as that stuff goes. But actually changing the game's camera angles and everything else, that's just a complete waste. Especially if you're going about saying that you're not changing anything that's campaign oriented, especially when it comes to the terrible ending of Mass Effect 3. I really believe it's garbage. I think that I'm not buying the game now. So I don't care if there's a legendary edition. Doesn't make any difference to me. Pretty much done with EA or any of this other stuff because it's worthless.
I agree.
So
yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna play.
I totally agree.
I have Mass Effect 1 and 2. I didn't bother with 3, and I'm not gonna bother with these.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah. Pull up what Christina here's talking about.
Thank you,
Nintendo
Christina.
is gearing up to revamp the Nintendo Switch's online infrastructure in a big way. What was that?
No, I said I'll be right back. Right.
Okay, you could type that in the private chat too. All right, it's no secret that the online performance of some Nintendo Switch online supported titles leaves much to be desired. That's an understatement, with Smash Bros. Ultimate and Splatoon 2 immediately coming to mind. While they are impeccably crafted in terms of pure fun and mechanical depth, their online performance can often hurt an otherwise amazing experience. Thankfully, data miner, going by the name Thomas, whatever, has discovered that may begin to change very soon. Nintendo's online games have been running on an internally developed middleware called Nex for about 18 years now. And according to Thomas, that system is apparently set to be replaced with an upgraded middleware called NPLN. Thomas dumped the files from the recent Monster Hunter Rise demo, and upon investigation of the game's code, found that this new middleware was in full effect for the title. It's assumed that the demo was used as a testbed by Nintendo to see how the new system would perform under load. You may be wondering just what middleware is and why it's important. So here's a quick and simplified explanation. Should I go over this, the explanation of what middleware is? What do you think? Culture?
go ahead, man.
All right. There's all kinds of middleware that serve varying purposes, from physics calculations to networking. Online games use server-side middleware such as Nex to communicate between the game and the online server and/or players. In this case, the middleware facilitates the matchmaking and connection, but is in no way responsible for maintaining the game's netcode or performance in a peer-to-peer setting. What that means is that the upgrades which come with the shift to NPLN will affect the quality of the matches found, as well as the support for more diverse network environments, but will not fix problems such as slowed down experience in Smash Brothers. Such as the slowed down experience in Smash Brothers, or errors in Splatoon outright. It can, however, potentially curb their frequency by providing improved matchmaking across varying networks. Okay, so we're still going to have some issues. I mean, we're still going to get issues, but hopefully it's not as much.
Right.
Is the goal here.
Right. And from what I've heard is that's one of the huge detriments to games like Splatoon 2 or even Smash Brothers Ultimate is the netcode, is how bad the online infrastructure is for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this: when Ords does his Mario Kart game streams on Fridays, do you guys experience any lagging or anything like that due to the infrastructure, or is it usually?
occasionally, occasionally we will have issues with like a disconnect that makes no sense for somebody. But for the most part, I mean, the games are fairly stable. The activity on the network is stable. So
Okay.
I don't see it as an issue anywhere. But I mean, maybe it exists. It could.
Okay.
Oh, Christina did not like Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda.
That's bad.
That's great. But yeah, so according to Thomas, online games running on the newer middleware will perform notably better than other games, as well as be compatible with mobile data and NAT environments that were previously incompatible with the old framework. It goes without saying that improved performance in general is already a big deal. However, it's important to also take note of the improved support for varying network types, which is a much bigger deal than it appears on the surface. Third-party games like Fortnite and Overwatch already support mobile data and stricter NAT settings when playing online, while Nintendo's own online efforts often do not. With the Switch being a fully portable system, it's important for it to be flexible with its online network support. NPLN's ability to take advantage of more diverse networks has the potential to improve the overall player experience from the moment they connect to Nintendo Switch Online, and I'm personally really excited by that possibility. I'll never forget missing out on the first Ketchup versus Mayo Splatfest on Splatoon 2 due to whatever. Cry about it, bro. Because the game didn't much more reliable mobile hotspot. Okay. That's why. Thankfully, it appears that could no longer be an issue if it's brought up to speed. Simply continues next till sequel release was supported. Okay, it's worth noting that there's no guarantee for said games to receive patches to support the new middleware, and older titles may simply continue to use this until they released new system at launch. Okay, until sequel is released. That would be a bummer if they don't upgrade, if they don't patch, some of their more popular games to support this, because that people are already playing or wanting to play. And like you said, the console is fully portable, so if you want to play Smash Brothers, like, it sucks if you have to play something else as what you want to play, just not supported right here where you're at.
Right, and there's been a lot of talks about especially in the fighting game community, it's like there have been tournaments where people are able to run Melee online through a modded connection, basically. Of course, that was a situation where one of the tournaments Nintendo had to shut that down because using kind of like an emulator, kind of like a network kind of emulator for a 2-decade-old game like Smash Brothers Melee that had no online and able to simulate online like that.
Oh no, they had a lot of online capability built in. They just never followed through with it. So Melee could have been an online game, but Nintendo was like, nah. So all that stuff was already there, and so the mod didn't take much. It didn't take much to mod it to do that, but it goes against Nintendo's terms of service. But because they can't have a tournament in person because of stuff right now, like I think that's messed up for Nintendo not to let that slide. Like, one time, just once. Come on, bro. We're out of options here. Just let it slide. But no, on the hammer.
Yeah,
that's
just let it slide.
Yeah. That's the thing I dislike. One of the few things I really dislike about Nintendo is that they do that kind of stuff. Though, with how Nintendo's focus is completely on the Switch and its continuing rapid success, that may not be outside the realm of possibility. Is this one lingering question? What this means for online games on the 3DS and Wii U, which we'll certainly continue to use next. Yeah, of course, they're not going to upgrade those. While this discovery is excellent news for Nintendo Switch owners and the overall future of Nintendo, it may signal the beginning of the end for the 3DS and Wii U's online functionality. Until that fateful day inevitably arrives, make sure to keep your legacy systems close to your heart and maybe get in a few races of Mario Kart 7 while you still can. All right. Well, that's good news. But also one day it will, that older stuff will not be supported.
Right.
I'd say it's going to be a while though.
And we have Fast Steven Seagal, who retracted all of his messages. I think we didn't catch in time. And then you also have Jane Theory. It says that his runner apologized yet.
I shouldn't have to. Damn it.
I can
That's bullshit.
Even though I don't see that it's retracted on the YouTube side, but I still see it over here.
Jane Theory, how you doing?
What do you mean lovingly ignoring? I pulled up your messages earlier, bro. I pulled up this one. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Also, while I'm reading, I'm not checking the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Larry. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't think he has. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I don't need to.
Hey, Angelus.
I think he did multiple times, actually. Oh, he was interrupting. He wouldn't stop interrupting Ord's trying to read a $50.
It was after that. It was after that. He wasn't mad about that.
Oh, okay, it was after that. All right.
Yeah, it's a long story, but
So that wasn't that was just the beginning. Then that was just the beginning.
Yeah, that was just the beginning. But
Hey, Jane.
And Angelus, are you going to work?
Hey, Angelus.
Because I see you in the chat.
Oh, okay. My bad. Fat Steven.
Oh, that.
Bro, it's called Set an Alarm.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Larry, for pointing that out. I saw.
I was up until 5 a.m. last night. I'm still here.
No, your lazy ass just woke up.
Yeah. Let's see. Feature runner made 2 apologies. No,
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't just that. I guess it's a long story, and if it's 20 minutes, it's going to be even longer.
Legacy Killer made a video about that earlier.
So Larry says the director of Ori is called CD Projekt Red and No Man's Sky Snake Oil Salesman from the book of Peter Molyneux. Brutal.
Well,
But,
he did it on Reset Era.
Let me see. While on Discord, complained after getting kicked.
Okay, but it was after that. It was after that.
The rest of the stream. Complaining in the chat. The rest of the stream. Okay.
I wasn't really complaining. I was just saying like I don't know if he had to kick me out. He could have just muted me, but whatever.
Runner, just let it be for right now, dude.
I'm not the one who brought it up. I'm not the one who brought it up.
It's a good point, but I know. Just
I'm trying to let it go as best I can, but I can't escape it.
What's SOA?
Sword Art Online. Actually, it's SAO.
That's funny, but Sword Art Online. Oh.
Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet. What
console is it on?
I think it's PS4.
Okay, I've got a Sword Art game on my phone, but so coming up this month, I see some people. What's it called? Speculating, because this month we're getting what's it called? Hold on.
I do have another article they could bring up. It's just All
right.
Oh, that's right. BlizzCon Online.
It's just coming up at the end of the month,
Mm-hmm.
February 19th and 20th.
Ooh.
And so some people are thinking that Blizzard might announce a new IP.
What I'm guessing is probably what I'm expecting is probably more like Diablo 4, Diablo Immortal, and more info on Overwatch 2, since the Overwatch team has just been dead silent on that.
Yeah, I read an article recently that they might be having some like production issues over there or something. Who knows? But at least we're not getting bad news from it, right? That looks dope.
Ooh, portfolio reviews. I like that.
Have you ever been to a portfolio review at like at a convention?
I have not. Virtual portfolio reviews. Okay. Hearing from BlizzCon Live February 1920. Yes.
Yeah, I'll see if I have a friend that may be able to give you a review if you want some time.
Nice.
Looks dope.
Yeah.
Sick. I love it.
And of course, the goodie basket. That's the game.
Hell yeah. That mount is all right. It'd be cooler if it flies also. Like a flying bear. What's the motorcycle in? Where is that?
I think it's for Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Or it might be or even a mount that's like based for Overwatch, maybe.
Oh yeah. You're right, it could be a mount for Heroes of the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like it. It's cool.
I do have another article that we can bring up.
Hey, hold on. Atlantean, Runner, Culture, are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing shit from you guys.
It's hard to get a word in edgewise. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Just tell Megan to stop.
No. Everything's good as far as I'm concerned, and I love, like I said. I mean, I had said all I had to say about the Mass Effect redo, and one of these portfolio reviews that we're about to talk about, they can be really, really boring. So,
okay. Okay.
No, not saying the article that you're going to read is boring. Just that going to one of those is kind of
right.
Yes, that was what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I'm gonna go around the horn. How are you guys familiar with Gearbox? Are you guys?
Oh yeah, I have the article.
Negative. Are you guys fans of Gearbox Entertainment? Show hands, such as like Borderlands or Alien Isolation. Those kind of.
I've played Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and that's it.
Are you familiar with Randy Pitchford's antics in the lead up to Borderlands?
I don't think I finished it actually, but yeah, I played it.
Don't say more Borderlands, man.
But yes, so one of the other news stories was that Gearbox joined one of the top group, Embracer Group has acquired a couple of started to merge with a few companies. One was Aspire Media, and I think the other was a mobile game company, but the other one was Gearbox in a $1.3 billion deal. So.
THQ Nordic is
joining THQ Nordic. Yeah.
Hey, Runner. Hey, Runner.
Yeah.
Are you AFK?
No. Why?
Because I was talking to you. And you didn't say shit.
I mean, I'm a little glitched out, but
hey guys.
Hey, Angelus.
No, I couldn't. I probably couldn't hear you. My bad.
Sparkly Boy's here.
Yeah.
What's up, Angelus?
Angelus, do you want to read this article since you just got here?
Yeah, sure. Borderlands developers Gearbox Software is now part of the Embracer Group. The parent company that includes publishing and development studios THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive, Koch Media, Deep Silver, and Coffee Stain Studios. Embracer's acquisition of Gearbox, namely the Gearbox Entertainment Company, which encompasses Gearbox Software and Gearbox Publishing, is worth $378 billion, according to a new release. Gearbox founder and CEO Randy Pitchford called this transaction not merely a stimulant for the talent of our employee-owned company, but a propellant for the exciting future we have planned. According to a news release, the deal enables the expansion of talent at Gearbox Studios, the creation of new Gearbox Studios, and expanding partnerships. During a Q&A session hosted by Embracer Group, Pitchford indicated the deal will not impact development of future and existing games in the popular Borderlands franchise. We love our relationship with Take-Two and 2K Games label, and we are committed to working together through all of the known and planned Borderlands work that we have going on. Pitchford said, I intend to continue and make new opportunities together. Pitchford later that Gearbox has a relationship with Take-Two where we've agreed on certain rights for exploitation of the IP. I can't see what the rest of it says because of the thing.
Yeah. I'll cut through that in a second. So wasn't Gearbox, Roof Korean says, wasn't Gearbox under Take-Two Interactive?
Okay, so I clarified with him
Yes.
in the chat. So 2K is still going to be the publisher of Borderlands, but they will continue to work with Gearbox Software.
Yeah, so a lot of game studios, I've talked about this before, but a lot of game studios are not, most game studios are not owned by their publisher. They're, they can switch publishers. They usually have someone they work with, but like if they don't like what's their situation, they'll bounce. Like Destiny and what's it called? The guys who made Destiny and
Bungie
parted ways. Yeah, Bungie. Thank you.
Activision.
Like Bungie and Activision parted ways, right? Like so yeah, that's games. Game studios are not necessarily until they get full on bought up by somebody like I think like we're talking about here. Unless they get actually bought up by somebody, then they're not owned by like a publisher or a bigger company. So yeah, let me scroll down. Keep this going.
Honestly, it is interesting that like going into this generation, we're seeing a lot of mergers. We're seeing a lot of companies kind of being absorbed into larger platforms and such. Like for example, what we saw with Microsoft buying up all those studios last year. So it's and I feel like it's a lot of it is big into the AAA sphere more than AA. I would say AA and AAA sphere more than the indie sphere though. It's just I just find it interesting going to this generation that we're seeing a lot of companies being under different umbrellas like what we saw with Microsoft.
What was
anyone else
Lanning said? You like pop that up.
Oh well, you can just scroll up if you want to see it. He said that retracting it, retracting your messages on.
Or it doesn't.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm. That's true, Roof Korean. That
want to buy some Coop Infinity Stones? Oh, Gearbox owns Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I think that's another one of Randy Pitchford's negative sides.
Own Duke Nukem right now.
Right.
It was a boiler.
Don't forget.
My thing
Aliens,
is before I continue reading. Yeah, before I continue reading this, maybe once the 2K because it says here about they're still continuing on projects that they're already assigned to, but it doesn't say, at least that I know of, doesn't say anything about future projects working together because they'll be with the new company.
All right, so Runner's got to go. Runner, thanks for hanging out. Take care, man. Runner, are you there?
What?
You said I'm out. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That was Angelus.
No, that was Angelus. That was Angelus.
That was Atlantean. Sorry. It's because it's the name Runner. Atlantean's already left, too.
No, that's not.
Oh, well. Yeah, I changed his name to Runner is a chew toy. All All right, well, shut
Hashtag
up.
runners of- Yeah, that's not
Sorry about that.
me.
I thought you had to go. I was like, hold on, let's say goodbye. Oh well, at 52. When was
No.
that? That was 5
But
minutes ago.
I'm hoping after they're done dealing with Borderlands that they like lay off the woke, because Borderlands 3 is pretty woke. Yeah, so
Really?
like the only reason
I didn't hear that.
like it's all about girl power, and like basically all the dudes die, and the characters that were guys in the last game are basically sidelined, and like you don't see it. I haven't played any of the DLCs, but the main story they're basically sidelined for the main female characters, which to some degree is all right, but it's blatantly obvious that that's what they're doing. Because the game is very on the nose, even with its humor. But I'm hoping they fix that if they stopped working with Borderlands. The only reason I overlooked a lot of it is because I waited so damn long for 3 that I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want to play fucking Borderlands, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's super lame. I was thinking of picking it up, but I guess I won't do that.
If you want to play it for just the gameplay, that's fine. But because the gun game is still great. The story is just not as good as 2. But it's very hard to beat Handsome Jack at all. So
In 3 or 2?
In 3, the story is not good. 2, the story is amazing.
No, what about beating Handsome Jack? It's hard. Is he in 3 also, or is he just in 2?
No. He's just in 2. It's just hard to beat like that story.
Oh, that
2.
character.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like, it's hard to like, because he set a pretty high standard of like Borderlands villains, and then that you go into 3 and it's just 2 dudes, or a girl and a guy that are like twins that have like their own social media thing. Like there's even like little allegories of like, you know, things going on in real world. So
Oh yeah, that's right. I linked this to my buddy because he's a huge GoldenEye fan.
Yeah, it's something cool. I forgot it was posted this week, and
Well, hold on. I'll pull that up in a sec.
I can pull it up. I'll let just let me know.
Well, because we're talking about this right now. We're talking about Gearbox.
Right.
So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is gonna affect their games at all, or maybe give them a little more breathing room as developers?
I think it should help. Like I was just saying, if they break away from 2K, they might have a little more say on how their story and things like that go. You know,
but the thing is, Angelus, remember 2K only has like publishing rights to Borderlands, though.
well, I'm sure they have a couple other titles that they do with Gearbox as well. So whatever is over, once that stuff's over, I'm hoping we see a better direction story-wise with their games.
Okie dokie.
Okay,
right.
so
Again with the narrow, tiny text.
yeah. Okay, so I want to ask the chat. I want to ask everybody in the chat. I want to ask everybody on panel. Were you guys a fan of GoldenEye? Show of hands.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
One of the best.
Haven't played it yet.
One of the best
I know it's pretty
N64
old, but-
titles of all time. One of the best N64 titles of all time.
Well,
All right.
one of the best shooters of all time, and it also innovated the dual stick style control using the C button.
So here's a little something, a little fun for you guys. Thought you guys will like this. A canceled Xbox 360 remake of GoldenEye is now playable on PC. This is from Natalie Clayton over at PCGamer.com. Back in 2008, plans to re-release an HD remaster of Rare's GoldenEye on the Xbox Live Arcade were scuppered by rights conflicts. But now, over 12 years after its intended release, a long-lost build has surfaced on PC via emulation. Last week, 2 hours of gameplay from the elusive port found its way onto YouTube, then seen since early previews over a decade ago. In the days since, there were various reports of near final ROM, including a completely remastered campaign and multiplayer that is doing the rounds online. PCG's Andy Kelly has verified that the build is legit and provided some crisp screenshots of GoldenEye's HD reimagining. One of the nifty feature of the XBLA remaster is a small toggle that lets you instantly snap between the original N64 graphics and the new HD visuals. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition would popularize that feature. But GoldenEye would predated that remaster by 2 good years. Not every feature is made it into the leaked build, though online multiplayer is noticeably absent. All is absent as are playing speedrunning, leaderboards, and achievements. As a remake, however, it's perfectly functional. Unfortunately, the original composer Grant Kirkhope told VGC that the mess of licensing issues surrounding the game led to languishing its pre-release. The main reason it didn't happen was because there were too many stakeholders, said Kirkhope. Microsoft, Nintendo, bond rights holder, Eon could never agree on terms. Right.
So, Runner said he'll be back, but Culture said he had to go, and so goodbye, Culture. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Culture.
Go check out Culture Casino's channel. YouTube link in the description. But yeah, see you later, brother. And Runner's back.
So,
Hey.
Didn't they make a thing for one of the systems that had Daniel Craig in place of?
That was a part 4 game.
That was a part 4, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Because remember, there was like GoldenEye Rogue Agent on the Wii. I think if I remember.
Yeah, there was that, and there was I thought Xbox had one too, or PlayStation, where they got Daniel Craig in place because they couldn't get Brosnan because of rights and stuff. I know there's been rights issues, like that's why we haven't gotten a remake or remaster, because the rights are split between so many damn people. And that's why we're not getting an actual thing for it.
Hey, Maggie, yes. Can you hold down the control button and scroll up?
Sure.
Hold down control. No. Don't scroll up. Hold down control and scroll up.
Enhance.
Hold down the control.
Oh, you want me to zoom in? Oh, just tell me to zoom in. Yeah. Sorry. My apologies. Okay, zoom in from now on. Okay.
So that's what I've been wanting the whole time.
Right. Sorry about that.
I never got to play Conker's Bad for a day.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I think that truly deserves a remaster.
Never got to play it.
So to continue on with the quote here, the main reason it didn't happen was because there were too many stakeholders, says Kirkhope. Microsoft, Nintendo, and bond rights holder Eon could never agree on terms. And that's before you even start to consider getting in all the original movie actors to agree to have their likenesses used again. It would have cost a lot of money to get it done, and because of that, the project wouldn't have been financially viable. Modders had plenty of shots bringing GoldenEye to PC before. Mind, a group of Half-Life Alyx modders are attempting to remake the game in VR while promising Unreal Remake was unfortunate and issued a cease and desist late last year. Half-Life 2 multiplayer mod GoldenEye Source is still kicking around, though I don't imagine it boasts a massive player count these days. Still, if you're up for messing with some legally murky emulators, GoldenEye can be revisited in all its crisp, up-res glory with the controls that don't require you to be a three-handed monster to enjoy. And that's it. There you go.
Cool.
I think it's cool. And yeah, like you said, Angelos, you made a great point. It's just that the thing is that it's like the bond right holders is very complicated.
Yep.
That makes sense.
It doesn't help that Rare is part of Microsoft now. So.
Rare, like, I feel like Rare, after they left Nintendo, I really haven't been impressed with anything they've done.
No, what people were hoping, like we got that what was that bad Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts? That was not the true like Banjo-Kazooie that people wanted.
Yeah, it was
you
bad.
know,
Kazooie game? I did not know that.
I just think
Yeah.
of Game Grumps when I think of Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
I love Banjo. The game was awesome.
We did get a solid Kuro Instinct, and that was made by Double Helix, not a Rare though.
Yeah.
But as far as Rare goes, it's now being under Microsoft's umbrella. You know, it's not too much from what it seems. Although what I've been hearing good things about Sea of Thieves, that you know it's basically pulled a No Man's Sky.
Souls After the Rare Collection they released a few years ago was dope. That's cool.
You got both Banjo-Kazooie games and a couple others.
Here, man.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
Yeah, don't talk with your mouth full and interrupt me at the same time. I'm reading
Sorry.
both.
Yeah, but the last
you
last
laugh,
Rare
Ronnie.
game is Sea of Thieves, and what I've heard, it's actually doing pretty well.
Even Runner wouldn't do something that incompetent.
It's called manners, Angelus.
Yeah, he has manners. Manners.
Mhm.
Manners.
If he has manners, then why does he interrupt everybody every single time?
Okay, that's
Getting better.
different.
Getting
No, it
better at
isn't. There's no difference.
No, there is a difference.
Literally, there's no
He
difference.
doesn't do it with his mouth full. That is the difference. It's automatically less rude because you're not supposed to talk with your mouth full and you're not supposed to interrupt. He's only doing the one thing. You're doubling up. You're like, oh yeah, Runner, check it out. Boom.
I'm also not being
sometimes it's
disrespectful to
hard
the
to tell
chat.
when someone else is. What?
Beth
How am I
Stevens says
disrespectful to the chat?
Yeah.
You know what? We're not going to talk about this now. That'll be for another time. Angelus.
Right, Roof Korean.
Yeah, Souls After there. Banjo-Kazooie was great.
Yeah, it was.
I had a lot of fun with that game. I really wish that Banjo-Kazooie 2, I never got to play number 2.
Ukulele is like a spiritual successor.
Yeah,
to it.
Ukulele Hero. I think it was Ukulele Hero or something. Oh, Ukulele, yeah.
What?
Ukulele, yeah.
What?
Ukulele is a
It's-
spiritual successor to the Banjo-Kazooie franchise.
Mhm.
It's
And
with
it's
a
made-
chameleon and something else.
Yeah, it's made by the original. I think it's made by the original creators as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Can you highlight Atlantean's comment?
Please interrupt him be forgiven a little because of the nature of StreamYard. Delays do exist. Yeah, true.
Thank you. Exactly. That's the problem I keep running into. I don't know who's talking first or not. It's weird.
Yeah, and Runner has bad internet, so I do imagine that it happens to him more.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's it called? Bird Ukulele was good. Is that how it's spelled? Ukulele? The game?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
look at this up.
I got one more article.
Crazy.
If you want to bring up, if I can bring it up, I'll put it in the chat.
Over here too. It's the Gotham Knights thingy.
Ooh, there's new
Ukulele.
info for that.
Oh, it's like a
I'll,
little guy with a bat on its head.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's dope.
Okay. So
Well,
Yeah, there's like a big thing with
Windows.
what's his name? Like being a voice actor in it, and there's
John
controversy.
Tron.
John Tron, yeah, that's it. And all that when that first came out.
What are the ratings on this thing? Because I want to play it. Oh, all right. Well, it did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have fun? Have you guys played it?
I haven't played it, but
I
I heard
haven't
it.
played
what?
I heard it looks really good though.
Okay.
Played what? I
Shit.
didn't hear you. My bad.
Ukulele. It's a spiritual successor to
Nope.
Banjo Kazooie.
Nope.
Mhm.
Never played it.
Ukulele. I want to keep that tab open so I can reference it later. Alrighty. Well, cool. Thanks for that.
Jet Force Gemini was really good too.
Oh,
Right
that's
there.
right. Yeah, 64 classic right there.
I never played all of it, but what I played of it was freaking fantastic.
Yes, you are. Runner's apology. You're late.
That doesn't exist.
He's from the future.
Oh my god.
No, he's from the dead.
could be both. Acne, did you want me to pull this up or what?
1 second. My web browser is messing up, is acting up on me. Sorry.
Okay, I'll pull it up then.
Yeah.
Oh, bug off. Bugger off.
Yeah. So if I know everybody's, there's been a lot of talks recently about, Ubisoft doing their open world Star Wars game, and what was it? Todd Howard and I forgot the name. I forgot the name of the studio or company that makes Fallout. I forgot. What's going on?
Just leave that there. Runner's right there. So now they know Runner's there.
Oh, really? What if I leave? Will Runner still be there?
Yeah, because the thing's right
No.
there.
No.
We'll just
No,
get somebody to
this
talk
is-
like you.
This is Runner's apology.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on.
That should be bold.
Sorry. Bro just acted up on me. Okay. Let me bring this up. So with the talk of Lucasfilm expanding out to Fallout developers for Indiana Jones, and then talks of Ubisoft getting their own Star Wars open world Star Wars title, it's not going to stop EA though. Even though EA has made $3 billion from Star Wars games, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. And just because it doesn't have any exclusive license anymore, it doesn't mean it's not going to be making as many Star Wars games. And this is coming from Joe Scribbles over at IGN. EA has made over $3 billion from the state of the Star Wars titles and isn't planning on slowing down development for how many games it takes within that license, even if it no longer holds the exclusive rights to them. Speaking during EA's yesterday EA earnings call, as transcribed by Seeking Alpha, EA CEO Andrew Wilson was asked if the company would be changing how it develops games, seemingly losing the exclusive license to create Star Wars games. I don't think you should imagine the fact that some other people will build Star Wars games that isn't going to change our commitment that to the IP, that our ability to build the appropriate number of games for probably Wilson. Wilson has made clear how valuable Star Wars games has been to the company, pointing out that that Star Wars game had brought in over $3 billion in net bookings and 52 million sales since EA began making them. Before the exclusivity deal, the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has brought $1 billion of that amount of its own. Wilson then made clear that the company has no plans to slow down its Star Wars games productions. We're excited by that and what we will be able to do in the future, but you shouldn't read necessarily as building fewer titles. Wilson added that EA will continue to invest in the franchises it's created. We've already got a sense that we'll see a Jedi Fallen Order sequel, as well as some new experiences across platforms for the future. Star Wars gaming future has been left wide open after Lucasfilm Games returned as a brand and announced Ubisoft open world Star Wars game. EA specifically made clear that it would continue to make Star Wars games, aiming to make just as many as it has been. We've seen a lot of new Star Wars games in the next few years. Ubisoft's massive Star Wars title is relatively unknown, but job listings have hinted at a few features Lucasfilm says it has more games to announce as the year goes on. So.
All right. I think good that we don't have the exclusive contract to make Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Just like football games.
You gotta let it. My stance is you gotta let more developers take the license.
Yeah, and like hold their feet to the fire. That'll force them to make their game.
Competition is always good.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, for most part, we've had just not as great Star Wars games under EA. I mean, the first Battlefront 2015, the problem was just that the lack of single player content or the lack of content in general. Then we had Galaxy of Heroes, which is just a mobile title, which Moonbound titles. And then we had Battlefront 2, which is a solid title, but if everybody remembers from 2017, the whole loot box controversy.
Yeah, I like single player in Battlefield 2 or Battlefront 2.
And then
I like the online. I was gonna say I like the online of Battlefront 2. Like I said before, when you're talking about the Mitch Dyer stuff, not a fan of the campaign.
And Fallen Order was good too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Jedi Fallen Order, and we had Squadrons, which is a good little Rogue Squadron shooter. It's just not a strong. It's just under EA. It's just not a strong track record, especially considering that they've canceled a bunch of Star Wars games as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we've already said it before. That what we see from Ubisoft doing an open world Star Wars game is that it's just going to be Far Cry or Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs with just a Star Wars coding paint, basically. I still want to see. It could be, but I still think that for me personally, I want to see more developers take over, just try their luck with Star Wars. Many people have said before the Cyberpunk that they would have loved to see a Star Wars game made by CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, that would be cool.
As long as they stick to the plan and release when it's. Oh man, Assassin's Creed Darth Maul game would be dope.
That would be cool. I haven't gotten to play Cyberpunk since they did the 2 updates. I haven't played in a month, so I'm still waiting on the February update.
Me too.
Roof Green says EA likes to milk their customers for every penny. That model doesn't fly with Disney. The second Disney curbed EA monetization, EA went all passive aggressive.
Yeah, they did that with Fallen Order. There was no monetization at all in that. They didn't even do DLC for that game.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, so Disney didn't let them do that with the game?
Nah.
I assume.
Okay. Good. Nice. Yeah, EA does like to milk
a good
you,
choice.
and then they also like to not give you what you're paying for, or not give you, equivalent.
But I want a sequel to Fallen Order.
That's the thing, because Fallen Order is actually one of the best titles, best Star Wars. Fallen Order is the best Star Wars title under EA, and it's what helped. It's what helped propped up Respawn to be kind of the head studio, one of the head studios for EA, kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, it was well received.
There was a lot of great Star Wars back in the N64 days.
Too many to count.
I still never finished Rogue Squadron on my GameCube. I started college and then Rogue Squadron and what's it called? It's an RPG. I never finished it either. Yeah, art school's demanding, bro. That was intense. Wasn't there talk of Fallen Order 2 in the works? EA gonna mess with it, I bet. Yeah, probably. Piss in the soup. All right, I've only got one story left here for us to cover for the D.
Jeez, it's a lot.
What?
I feel like a lot of stories. There's a lot. Yeah, a lot of stories this week. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, WB Games Montreal has revealed that while Gotham Knights will have a similar feel to Batman Arkham games, the combat has been entirely redesigned so that it works well for the game's focus on co-op play. Speaking to Games Radar, WB Games Montreal, who developed Batman Arkham Origins, spoke about this change and how players will be able to expect more variety and challenge in Gotham Knights. We have entirely redesigned the combat system in order for it to work well in co-op, says Fleer Marty, executive producer of, I hope I said his name right, of Gotham Knights. Of course, we're still a brawler, and some of the mechanics will be in for people who played and enjoyed the Arkham series, but it is in many ways very different. Gotham Knights features 2-player online co-op, follows the story of Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and the Red Hood as they attempt to protect Gotham City after the fall of Batman. There will be 5 boroughs of Gotham City for players and their friends to explore, and many of Batman's iconic villains to stop. That sounds awesome. 5 boroughs of Gotham City. That's cool. I wonder if they're gonna go with like the underground style city thing that like the movies did. That was really cool. The 2-player dynamic fits the fantasy and the Gotham City setting. The duo or team up is such a central feature of the universe that there's a literal shorthand for it in the comics, animation, film, and TV versions. It says Gotham Knights creator Patrick Redding. Gotham is a city of alleyways and rooftops, so the footprint of gameplay needs to be compatible with that. Ooh, screenshots. All right. What do you have you guys played the Batman Arkham games?
Yes, I have. I have played all of them. I played all of them.
I haven't played Origins. That's the only one. I own it, but I haven't touched it.
Okay. What are you guys thinking of this so far?
I suggest you play it sometime, Angelus.
I really did like them. They, of course, the Arkham games are known for basically pioneering the superhero, the superhero games genre. Arkham cities are regarded as the best of the Arkham cities. The first Arkham Asylum is a fantastic game. It was a great way to kind of get started. Arkham City is regarded to be the best of the entire series. Arkham Origins is criminally underrated.
Yes, it is
criminally underrated.
That's right here.
It is superb. It is criminally underrated. It is a fantastic prequel, and Arkham Knight brings it all together. And I think is actually ultimately it is a good game. Just the story was weak. It just had the weakest story.
Absolutely.
That's because they touted it to be something different than it was, and what everybody speculated is what it was.
Roof Korean says, in EA's own words, they had no input on Fallen Order, and the announcement press release, they worded it so that they let Respawn take the reins. They were embarrassed when it succeeded so well.
Yeah.
Good.
And also, I want to address Soul Assassin's comment. So there, so rumor is that the KOTOR remake is in development, and the studio that might be headlining it will be Aspire Media, who did the mobile ports of KOTOR 1 and 2.
Never played KOTOR. I've watched friends play it, but that's it.
But I like the combat system in the Arkham games, though.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. The combat
sense.
system is the best part of the combat system was a major improvement in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Because like if you're playing co-op, if you're fighting alongside somebody, you're gonna fight differently. Like plain and simple. So it makes sense that they change it. If the game looks like they're still keeping with everything else, they're just making those modifications. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fun. Probably a unique experience compared to the other games.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll admit. It does look like that.
Even if you're playing solo, players will be happy to know that the story progression will be shared between all the characters, so you can switch to any hero without fear of being underleveled. Oh, cool.
Nice.
The story progression Yeah, I like that kind of thing. Like that's something that Heroes of the Storm does that other MOBAs don't do. Is that you level as a team. You don't level by yourself. You level as a team. And so the support never feels like they have to catch up. They never feel like they have to do shit and get yelled at by the carry. Like it doesn't work that way. I love Heroes of the Storm. It's a great game. Since story progression. Yeah. Right. Hey, do you play Angelus?
I have played a little bit back when they had like little promotional things for WoW. I played a little bit just to get that stuff and enjoyed when I was playing it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say let's play sometime, but if you don't play it,
Sylvanas was my character. I like playing as her.
They changed her up. Her ability that puts things into that coma, like it's active now. You need to hit D. Anyway,
okay.
Since the story progression is shared between all characters, it also makes sense that you don't have to level them up from scratch every time you want to switch. It also stays very coherent in terms of our narrative, since the other members of the Bat family are always present in some way in the background. While you're out in the world fighting crime or unraveling the mystery, they don't stay inactive. So it makes sense that they're also progressing and getting stronger. Yeah, that's true. Will be released on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and the Xbox One and PC in 2021. When in 2021? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. But like I said earlier in the show, my guess is going to be fall. It's going to be in the fall.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty.
But it's going to be a hell of a game stream to do those, though. It's going to be fun as hell.
But I have Heroes of the Storm installed, guy. If you ever wanted to play.
All right. I'd be down. That's one of the games I want to play more. I haven't played it in a while.
So, yeah, no, it's a shame that that game kind of like the support for that game just cut off abruptly when they shut down like the whole esports scene that was going on with it.
Isn't that what happened with Hearthstone though too? But didn't they just release a new thing for that?
I don't know. There's been updates on Hearthstone. I like some of the things that they should have done so long ago. They didn't even make it look nicer, I think. But
right.
It's like, oh, you're probably doing this. Okay.
Right.
No, bro.
Yeah.
But no. Anyway, y'all got nothing.
No,
No.
I'm gonna because I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit because I need to get started on my Maki Plays game stream of River City Girls, which will be right after the show. So if you guys head over,
You gonna what?
No, I do. So Maki Plays is our game section of my channel, and we do I do game streams, and I do the games from now. I do the game streams right after the Gaming Lounge. So think of it as kind of like an after party. Yeah. I do it right after you guys.
All right. Why don't you call it Play Kini 90?
I just say Maki Plays. I like that. Better.
Alrighty.
Might be playing Fortnite later tonight with the Words and Fat Steven and Shadows for a bit.
Nice.
Nice.
Play some games tonight. Once I finish this video, I'm gonna take a nap and then I'm gonna play some games because I've been staying up late trying to get.
I
this
have to
done.
be up all night tonight. Well, not all night till like 6 a.m. again because I work night shift.
Oh man.
Friday night or this weekend, basically. So
well, I guess we're calling it a day. Thanks for joining us. I hope you at least most of this was pretty decent news, right? Like there was just a couple.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. So yeah, I guess it's been a good week in games. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, the game coming out in February, I will be posting that tomorrow. I'm finishing it up now, so I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow, early tomorrow, and then go check out all the games that are coming out in February right here on the game, and share it with them so that they know what's coming. All right, see you guys later. Have a great week.
Game on.
See ya.
But we're but we're leaving Mac, and isn't it game off?
Meh.
Still.
Game over.
Well, not for
Go with
me.
the fun. Yeah. Go have some fun, play some games, get some headshots.
There you
Rack
go.
up
Yeah.
Subscribe to our channel.
Score some headshots for us, guys.
Yeah.
And I'll see you
all
on
the
the.
channels all the channels
And
are linked below, and hop over to Mac and E's thing.
yeah, I left a link in the chat, so I hope to see you guys there. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a great turnout last Thursday. We had
Go. There it is. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us.
I
Later.
don't
Take
take
care.
responsibility.
You better take responsibility.
Apologize,
I don't.
runner.
Apologize.
I don't need to
Where is it?
apologize.
Apologize.
Damn it! This
Hold
is the
on,
part
hold
where you end the stream.
Apologize.
All right. There we go. All right.
Absolve of your sins, runner.
Damn it!
Steven,
When I
Furious,
say I don't take
Apologize.
responsibility, this is where you end the stream.
everybody, thank you very much. Have a good one.
I don't take responsibility.
Apologize.
I don't know.